Dr. Pepper. Best drink known to man.
It's so easy when everybody's trying to please me, baby.
Hey, what's up everybody? Before we get into today's video, I want to give a big shout out to WWA Hysteria. WWA Hysteria is a Kentuckiana-based promotion that puts on fantastic shows, a completely original roster. A lot of their roster, it stays loyal to them, so you definitely have your own storylines going in. It's a very, very unique experience since everybody there is part of WWA. They are WWA. They were gracious enough today to lend me some of their footage that I can use in today's video. It does pertain to the story that I'm going to be telling, so I want to give them a big shout out. I'm going to leave all of their social medias and information down in the description, so make sure you head there, check them out. Great guys. So without further ado, time for a very long overdue It's So Easy. So last time we left off on It's So Easy, I was very surprised with Glory Pro Wrestling, and I wanted to capture that type of skill because we did not have that type of skill with the promotion that I was at. You can tell by if you check out, I'll leave a little iCard here, boop, 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 little iCard, wherever it's going to be, right here, right here, yes. I'm not familiar with YouTube places yet. So right here, I'm going to leave in this little iCard where I reviewed my very first ever untelevised television match. And we just didn't have a whole lot of skill, me included. And I wanted to capture that. I wanted to kind of bring it into, I wanted to take this promotion that I was a part of and bring them into kind of a new era, so to say. Because it felt very backyardy, and I was very sick of seeing that at my shows. The crowd was backyardy. The wrestlers were backyardy. I didn't like it. I really did not like where we were going. So I went to Peter, and I told Peter, hey, I think I may have mentioned this in the last video, it's been a bit, but I said, hey, I'd like to step away from wrestling, and I'd like to kind of work backstage, be a booker, be a promoter, something of that nature. And I would put up my own money to book a main event, and Peter would handle the rest. And he said, hey, if that's what you want to do, then I'm all for it. So I had this idea of, so what would be the difference between kind of a backyard wrestling thing that catered only to rednecks and a backyard crowd? So someone that caters to an internet crowd, who's someone that's going to, you're going to see them, and people are going to walk away and go, oh my God, what did I just see? Because that's probably one of my favorite experiences whenever I go to pro wrestling shows, is I'll walk away going, oh my God, what the hell did I just watch? That was awesome. For example, Bizarro Lucha. You can check out some interviews that I've done at Bizarro Lucha on my channel. And my first ever time going to Bizarro Lucha, I watched people wrestle a roll of toilet paper. And that was one of the best things ever to me, because that's the type of stuff I like. I like a lot of stuff with wrestling, but I especially enjoy comedy wrestling. Something that will make me laugh, something that will make me go, yes, this is ridiculous, I love it. So I thought, okay, that's what I want. I'm gonna zone in on that. This is before I went to Bizarro Lucha, but I knew that I wanted to do something very different. And the first person that came to mind was Joey Ryan. If for some reason you live under a rock and you don't know who Joey Ryan is the famous dick wrestler known for using the power of his penis to flip professional wrestlers. Very sleazy, very sleazy. You can catch him on the Independents. You can catch him on all the social medias as well, YouTube, and on Impact Wrestling right now as Joseph P. Ryan as part of cancel culture. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to book Joey Ryan. That's what I want. Because I did a little bit of research. I figured out Joey Ryan was kind of in my budget. I could pull it off. I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I scoured up a bunch of money. I saved up a bunch of money. And I was like, okay. I saw that he had his booking information on his Twitter, so I sent him a message. Hey, I just wanted to know if you'd be interested in being in coming out to one of my shows, blah, blah, blah. And he responded within the day. And I was kind of taken aback. I was like, oh my God. I honestly wasn't expecting anything. For some reason, I just wasn't expecting a response. I was expecting to be kind of left in the dust. But he was like, oh yeah, yeah, sure, that sounds great. gave me his price, and I was like, okay, all right, this is great. He kind of explained everything. I told him this was kind of my first time ever booking. He kind of explained how everything worked, and he was very, very kind about it. And I said, okay, that's great. So I went to Peter. I said, hey Peter, I got this guy. He said, sounds great. I actually have a guy who really, really wants to wrestle him. I said, great, that's perfect. So after I booked Joey, I booked him for a date. Now we just needed a venue. So like I said, I didn't really have a lot of money. So I went to a local community center because I was like, okay, because we've wrestled there before. It's kind of away from the boondocks that we were wrestling at. I really did not want to go there. If I was going to bring Joey Ryan somewhere, the last place I wanted to bring him is in the middle of nowhere, in a bunch of woods, looking creepy as hell, thinking this man's about to go out and get murdered. I didn't want him to feel that way. So I picked a place right off the interstate, because you have to remember, we're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Indiana. It's not really a good city place to go, because I needed a good center place for me, somewhere that I could definitely go all the time if something ever went wrong. I didn't want to book something 3 hours away, an hour and a half away, where if something went wrong, it would kind of be out of my hands. I wanted somewhere where I could be there on hand, that I could take care of if there was a problem. So I found a community center right off the interstate, kind of in the local area, and I said, there it is. That's the place. It was cheaper. It was kind of in an area where people would like wrestling. We've wrestled there before, and I really liked it because it had a balcony that I thought, okay, I can put a camera there. That way we can get a high shot. We can get a hard cam there. It'd be great. It was a nice little balcony. So I said, great. All right. So I had a venue, I had a date, and I had my main event. So next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to take my Photoshop skills that I've acquired over time, not really great Photoshop skills, but Photoshop skills nonetheless, and I made a poster. I made a little poster, something of the other. And I said, okay, this is kind of what I want. And I showed it to Peter, and Peter said, great. I talked to a lot of guys. A lot of guys think this is going to go over well. I said, great. Everyone's really excited, really excited. So the next thing I decided to do is I need to put this out there. I need to put this out there where wrestling fans can see it. So I was kind of thinking, I didn't really know exactly what to do. I was trying to figure out when the next WWE show was in town, in the area, and I was just really thinking. And next thing I knew, a friend put me on to an event called WWA Hysteria to the Extreme. Raven was going to be there, Sabu was going to be there, and the Sandman was going to be there. Now, I'm a huge fan of ECW. I've always been, if there's wrestling I really like, it's hardcore wrestling and comedy wrestling. Jim Cornette would probably fucking hate me. I really wanted to go to the show, not only as a fan, but I saw this as an opportunity to go out and put flyers everywhere. Now, I've gone to WWE shows in that area before, and I've seen people put flyers out on people's cars and stuff. I said, this is a great opportunity. Grabbed a bunch of friends. I said, hey, let's go out. I got a bunch of flyers. I paid some good money for some quality printed flyers. I didn't want to just have paper in case it rained and have it just soak and people wouldn't have. I wanted something that people could keep. So I paid good money and to have like these certain like little cards printed. I had the event, and I had the name, and I had Joey Ryan's face on it. And I was like, here we go. This is gonna be. Okay. Now, this is epic. So we drove down to the area where the event was going to be. We drove down there early because we've never been there. We've never been to that area before. I mean, we've been to the area, but not where the event was being held. And I needed to find a place where I can put, stuff, my flyers on people's cars. So I showed up there early. Me, a couple of my friends. We took all my flyers. We were like, all right, put these on as many cars as possible. As many cars as possible. So we're just going over, going. I probably threw out 100-something little bitty cards, just saying, "Hey, come to my show. This is going to be great. Joey Ryan's going to be there. It's going to be awesome." And I was really excited about this. I was really excited. And I was like, "All right, sweet." And then I noticed where the event was being held. The event was being held in a coliseum. I was like, "Wait a minute! I thought this was just an independent promotion. Independent promotions don't hold things in coliseums. This doesn't happen." But we walked inside, and the place is huge. There's like 500 plus people there. there is shoulder to shoulder. I bought front row tickets because I was like, all right, I want to see these ECW guys. This is going to be great. So I bought front row tickets, and it's packed. And I was like, okay, what are we doing wrong? What are these guys doing right to get 500 people? Probably in a more populated area would probably help, but they're having so many people at their shows. So many, and that wasn't just one-off experience. That wasn't just a one-off. I've been to WWA Hysteria shows after this. It is packed to the brim. It's shoulder to shoulder every show you go to. And I was like, what are we doing wrong? We could barely scrap together 20 people, let alone 500. What are we doing wrong? And I needed that. It just gave me motivation, but it also was kind of a punch in the gut. Because I was like, God, I need this. I need this event with Joyride to go well. So I was just hoping and praying. But I didn't want that to bother me. I was here to have a good time. I did my job. I put everything everywhere. I got rid of all my cards. I was ready to go. All my friends were here to have a good time. So, I went. I got my picture with Raven, who's my favorite ECW wrestler, by the way. Got a picture with Raven, got a picture with Sabu, and got a picture with Sandman. And then I really looked at the type of... It looked like it was on par with a WWE NXT house show set, with how much production that they had. It was crazy. It really just blew my mind, and I was just kind of in awe and excited for them and excited for what I could possibly become, because that was kind of the goal. I took the Glory Pro Wrestling stardom aspect of it with Tetsuya Naito and the independent skill wrestling set, because I also didn't see these guys wrestle yet, and I wanted to take the size of it all and kind of blend that together. I essentially wanted to start Ring of Honor in Indiana. That's what I want. I wanted Indiana to have its own hub of wrestling, where in my head I was like, okay, when people think Indiana wrestling, they think of this company. That's what I wanted. That was my goal. I wanted that so bad. I wanted that so bad. And when I started watching the show, I was expecting, some random independent wrestlers. Kind of the same thing where I was talking about Glory Pro. I wasn't expecting a whole lot. I said, okay, obviously they have something to cater. I mean, they have ECW legends here. People are coming. I mean, I was coming out for the ECW legends. I wasn't coming out for WWA Hysteria. I was coming out for ECW. And the show starts, and people are almost more excited about the talent that's there all the time than they were the ECW talent. And I was like, okay, what the heck? I mean, we have people that are excited about our promotion whenever other people show up, but these people are rabid. So I'm trying to have a good time with it too. I'm trying to go rabid, and I'm here to. I don't know what it was about that night. I just went absolutely ridiculous. I try to get hype about every show I go to. Every show I go to, I try to have the best time possible, loud as I can, crazy as I can. But this night was just kind of extra. I went a little extra. I was like shaking stuff. You can see me on the camera. I'm shaking stuff. I'm throwing things everywhere. I'm getting in the face of wrestlers. It was a really, really fun time. And people started to really notice me. Like, I had a couple people follow me on Instagram. I have a couple friends on Facebook now from that night, because they're like, bro, you're fucking nuts. I love that shit. Come out to more shows. I want to see you go fucking nuts. So I was kind of taken aback by just the amount of star power that each of these independent wrestlers, I mean, all of these people, every single one of these people that were there, besides the ECW guys, had their own theme music. They had their own, as far as like after watching everything, they have their own, title cards. They have everything. Everything's just so unique to WWA Hysteria. And I was just like, the thing that just kept going through my mind was, what are we doing wrong? What are we doing wrong? But that just gave me sort of a big motivation. After Glory Pro, I saw WWA Hysteria, and this was me kind of getting cocky. This was me getting cocky. I don't think this way now. And if any WWA wrestlers are watching this, any people in the back watching this, I don't think this now. This is just what I thought at the time. I saw WWA Hysteria as direct competition, which is stupid. It was stupid of me to think then. It's stupid of me to think now. To think that I could be on par with them one day. That was the goal. I was like, that's what I want. My thought process was like, okay, This is my goal. After Joey Ryan comes, I'm gonna put WWA in the ground. That's what I'm gonna do. I was never gonna put WWA in the ground. I soon found out about that because their fan base is very, very loyal. That'll come up later. But I have this motivation to do better. I have this big, big motivation to do better. And I just go, okay, I need to do this. It was a fantastic show, by the way. Fantastic show. I just want to put that out there. If you want to check out the show, in fact, and if you want to see me do just be one of those fans, if you want to check out the show, check it out on the iCard right here. Some great stuff. A lot of fun. Sabu had a really fun match. Sandman, we had to do their Facebook to see the Sandman come out and just have a big old ball and watch Raven kick some guy's ass in a barbed wire rope match. It was just fun. It was a fun time. Someone goes through a flaming table. It's great. So I later go home that night, and I don't really think anything of it. I don't really think anything of what happened that night. I was like, I had a really good time at that show. And the next day, I get a phone call from Peter, and he goes, "Hey, that show you went to last night." I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Hey, did you put flyers out?" I said, "Yeah, I did. I've seen people put flyers out. We've talked in the past. You said that people putting flyers on cars is fine." He was like, "Okay, well, you did that at somebody else's promotion." I said, "Yeah. What's the deal? Other people have done it." And he was like, "Well, that promotion's really pissed off at me right now, and they're really pissed off at you." And I was like, "Oh. Like, yeah, that's not good. I was like, "So what do we do?" He was like, kind of just leave it, let it go, they'll get over it. So I was like, okay. So I'm young, I'm naive, I was only in the business for under a year, so I'm just leaving everything. I was like, "Okay, boss, sounds great." So I just, I'm promoting the show. I'm talking to the people that I met. I said, "Hey, come out to my show. Come out to my show. Come out to my show. Joey Ryan's going to be there. Joey Ryan's going to be there." And suddenly one of the people from WWA goes, because I'm talking to one of their people from their fan base, he comes to me and goes, "Hey, stop trying to take our fans." And I'm like, "Hey, bud, I'm not trying to take your fans." And they're like, "Yeah, it's really seeming like it. Between what you did at our show and now you're telling people to come to your show, I'm not liking it." And I go, "Okay." So I messaged, I was talking to him. I said, "Hey, what exactly did I do wrong?" And he said, "Listen, bud, we don't mind like promoting other promotions. That's not a problem. We don't mind that. Just ask permission first. It really seemed like you were doing us dirty, just coming to our shows and just trying to take our fans away. It doesn't matter." I was like, I just thought to myself, like, "Oh, it's almost an hour away. How's that taking fans away?" And he's like, "It doesn't matter. You're coming to our show. You're coming to our property without us knowing, and you're trying to have people go to your show. It comes off dirty." It's like, "Well, I never really thought of it that way." It's like, "Yeah, it's no big deal. Everything's water under the bridge now." Everyone that I talked to at WWA, they're all great guys. They're really wholesome people, but I just pissed some people off that day. I pissed some people off that day, and I'm not really proud of it. But it was definitely a learning experience. So this is kind of one of my goals from doing the It's So Easy series. It's just, if you're out there, you're wanting to hold your own stuff, if you're wanting to learn, don't go to people's shows and start putting up your own stuff. It comes off very dickish. You don't want to be a dick. Don't be a dick. No one likes a dick. Don't be a dick. So I think that's where I'm going to end It's So Easy right now from there. I learned my lesson. Definitely check out the WWA guys. Really great guys, really great people. And next time on It's So Easy, I'm gonna get into. I'm not gonna do the month-by-month thing like I was originally doing. I'm just kind of gonna talk about what led up to the big event that I'm very proud of. It was one of the best moments of my life and one of the most stressful moments of my life. My biggest accomplishments and one of my greatest failures. So keep watching, keep ahead. Follow. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think. If you think it's shit, let me know if it's shit. I want to know if what I'm doing is shit. But and also follow me on the social medias. I now have a Facebook page. It's great. I have a Facebook page. It's lovely. It's not lovely. You can catch some of my older videos there. I've uploaded a few, not my entire library, but I've uploaded a few videos there. Kind of like my best of, some interviews, my reviewing of the match. This will probably be the first It's So Easy that I have up on my Facebook. So make sure you check it out. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure to give me a like. If you're not watching this on Facebook and you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all the social medias. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And make sure you follow WWA as well. WWA, all their social medias can be found here and right down here in the description as well. So, thanks a lot for watching. This has been Mac Ruber, otherwise known as me, Zach. And I don't know how to sign off, so I'll see you around.
Look at that, Jordan still